When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Makes a move. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Oh, and he hit it off the left upright. No good. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll go to the ground. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll try the left side. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air. It's Barnett. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And on second down for this offense. To the ground with the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Face the ground on the left. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion and the shortest, biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football team.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Danced his way. Traffic, pickup of 4 to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. On target. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's going to run it. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. They're working that left side. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Running to Green. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in.
Touchdown, Miami! A great catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Fires complete on the crosser.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Running it to the right. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They're going to ride this running back. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Swings it out to his running back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it. A short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Clark. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's landing. Breaks into the open. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read, the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak.
On the play. Now, 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Right on the money.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Shakes another broken tackle. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Got his man to the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. Toss to the outside. Turning it on. He's at the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Canes.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Just drives it between the uprights. That cuts into this deficit. It's now 20-10. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Makes the catch at the 30. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the marker. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. And the Canes with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man on the right. Got enough space. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise.
Nice move, creates some space. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. It's complete to the left. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. The play action fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Bringing the heat. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Buckeyes will hustle through the line. Trying to barge in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it at the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Canes send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Now on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Gonna take a shot. Pulls it in down the sideline. Open spaces. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Coming out with it, it's Carr. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. He's got it all right. Running free. He's at the touchdown, Miami. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. Turns on the Jets. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating.
He'll take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. They make the stop right at the 10-yard line, but oh, what a turn of momentum with that interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive. Now trying to put this game in a good situation.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play...
There he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Inside the... And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He rifles one deep down the middle. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Ready to fire from the pistol. Gives it on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Dropping back. It's Barnett. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Quarterback making checks. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer,